He was one of the greatest actors in American history.
The voice of Darth Vader and Mufasa.
And an EGOT winner.
Who was it? Find out next on Sarah's Wiki Corner podcast.
It is time for Sarah's Wiki Corner. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. What are we learning about today on your Wiki Corner?
Well, late yesterday, we got the sad news that James Earl Jones died at the age of 93.
That iconic voice.
Yes. So he was known for his film roles and for his work in theater. He's been described as one of America's most distinguished and versatile actors for his performances on stage and screen, and has also been called one of the greatest actors in American history.
Wow.
Yeah, long career.
Long career, yeah.
As a child, Jones developed a stutter so severe that he refused to even speak.
Really?
He credits poetry and acting for helping him overcome the challenges of his disability.
Okay.
A pre-med major in college, he served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War before pursuing his career in acting. Jones made his Broadway debut in 1957, and during the mid-1960s, he gained prominence for acting in various works of William Shakespeare, becoming one of the best-known Shakespearean actors at the time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's tough to do, Shakespeare, you know.
Very.
Have you done Shakespeare?
I've read it in school. I didn't understand it, but yeah.
James Earl Jones did.
He did.
Brought it to life.
Yes. Jones worked steadily in theater, winning the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for his role as a boxer in The Great White Hope in 1968, which he reprised in the 1970 film adaptation, which earned him Academy Award and Golden Globe nominations. Now, for that role, he was the second African-American male performer after Sidney Poitier to be nominated for the Best Actor Academy Award.
Wow,
yeah.
Good.
In 1969, Jones participated in making test films for Sesame Street.
Test films?
Test films.
What are those?
These shorts, combined with animated segments, were shown to groups of children to gauge the effectiveness of the then groundbreaking Sesame Street format. And apparently, the short that had the greatest impact with those test audiences, which were children,
right.
Was one showing bald-headed Jones counting slowly to 10.
That was
I guess that was like the most popular
magic.
one.
Bald-headed Jones.
This and other segments featuring Jones were eventually aired as part of the Sesame Street series itself when it debuted later in 1969. And Jones is often cited as the first celebrity guest on that series, although a segment with Carol Burnett was the first to actually be broadcast.
Okay.
But he was the first actual celebrity.
Well, the kids
guest
are probably
on the show.
mesmerized by that voice.
By the voice, right?
1
I know.
to 10, it's never been so exciting.
That's right. In 1977, Jones made his debut in his iconic voiceover role as Darth Vader in Star Wars A New Hope, which he would reprise for the sequels in 1980 and 1983. He said he was paid just $7,000.
That's it?
For that first movie.
For Darth Vader.
Yes. And he was uncredited in the first two as well. Darth Vader was portrayed in costume by English actor David Prowse within the film trilogy, with Jones dubbing Vader's dialogue in post-production because Prowse's strong English accent was deemed unsuitable for the role by George Lucas.
Right.
It'd be a bit different if he had an English accent.
So when people watched, because I was not alive, but when people watched the Star Wars, the first one, was it 77? Did they know that was James Earl Jones' voice? Like, was it? Because now
I don't know.
everybody
Was it as
knows
recognizable back then?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. He had
Probably
been in
not.
movies and stuff before that, but
was
I
he
don't
really?
know.
Okay.
But I don't know. So besides the Star Wars sequels, Jones was featured in several other box office hits of the 1980s, including Conan the Barbarian, Coming to America, and Field of Dreams.
Right.
He also lent his distinctive voice to the role of Mufasa in The Lion King in 1994.
Right.
Yeah. He was one of the few performers to achieve the EGOT. So he won Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Awards.
He got them all.
All of them, yeah.
Now, how many people have done that? Do you know? It's not many.
There's not a huge list, but it's on Wikipedia. I was looking at it earlier. Yeah. Kind of interesting to see.
Sure.
Yeah. Jones died at his home yesterday at the age of 93. His final acting credit, according to IMDb, was voicing Darth Vader in the 2022 Disney Plus miniseries Obi-Wan Kenobi. During production, Jones signed a deal with Lucasfilm, authorizing archival recordings of his voice to be used in the future to artificially generate the voice of Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
In September of 2022, Jones announced that he would retire from the role of voicing Darth Vader, with future voice roles for Darth Vader being created by that means. So we'll still hear his voice as Darth Vader in the future, which is kind of interesting.
But only Darth Vader, nothing else.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll recognize it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You picked out a record to go along with James Earl Jones, did you?
Yeah, so since he was in The Lion King, we're going to play a song from that movie. We're going to play Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John.
Elton John, Sarah, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Elton John and Can You Feel the Love Tonight on Legends 102.7. Sarah, do remind us, why did we just play that record?
Well, because that's in The Lion King.
Yes.
And James Earl Jones was Mufasa, and he died yesterday at the age of 93.
Yeah, long life, but
Yeah.
sad to see him go. Let's recap 3 things we must take away from today's Wiki Corner. Are you ready?
Ready.
Go!
All right, James Earl Jones was the first celebrity guest on Sesame Street.
He was paid $7,000 to voice Darth Vader in Star Wars A New Hope.
And he was one of the few actors with an EGOT.
There you go. Congratulations, you got a winner.
Yeah.
And that is a secluded number. We don't really have what that is secluded. It was a small number of people who've won all of those awards. We don't have the exact number here, but you can Google that and,
Yeah, it's pretty
and
interesting.
see who's in that number. You said that Whoopi Goldberg was in there, which
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have picked it, but
Jennifer Hudson is too. And
oh, is she really?
yeah.
Who else?
Okay. Viola Davis.
Oh, Viola. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of other people I can't think of.
All right, that's
but
fine.
yeah.
Folks want to learn more about James Earl Jones. Sarah, where do they go? What do they do?
Well, you can go to my Wiki blog. If you go to legends1027.com, on the
Right.
homepage, there's a link that takes you to my blog where I post everything I talk about every day.
It's all right there. And plus, this YouTube video is, well, it's going on YouTube. You can see the behind the scenes. YouTube.com, you can search out Sarah's Wiki Corner. You'll see the entire blog collection right there. It's a blog collection,
It
Sarah.
is.
Like and subscribe so you know when we post new videos. And that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Sarah.
You too.
We'll be back tomorrow, 4:10, fresh episodes.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. Traffic, weather, more on the way on Legends 102.7.